What's good, YouTube fam? What's good, all my Facebook viewers and everything? Your boy Dread is back, and first off, I want to wish everybody a happy New Year because this is my first video of 2013. So, what I want to talk to y'all about today is I want to give y'all my NFL season review 2012-2013 this year, and I want to give y'all my playoff predictions. And what a coincidence! Wild Card Weekend is this weekend, but this year for the NFL, a lot of crazy things happened. This year was kind of like all topsy-turvy, upside-down, Twilight Zone type crap, because a lot of things that I didn't expect to happen happened, like, with the salary cap and, not a lot of players who would normally play wouldn't be able to sign back to their normal teams, injuries, but then again, that's normal, one person missing and one person being there does impact the whole team, whether you know it or not. And last but not least, the situation with the replacement referees impacting and affecting every single game that's played for every team for the first 4 weeks of the regular NFL season. And if you look at a lot of the teams' records, then you know what teams I'm talking about. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of teams surprised me this year. A lot of teams that I didn't expect to do good did very well. I mean, like look at the one of the underdog teams going into the wild card this weekend, the Washington Redskins. I mean, I didn't expect. I mean, one man does make a difference. I mean, RG3, he has done a stellar job, leading the Washington Redskins to a 7-game victory streak, and I'll get to y'all the prediction later. But yeah, he's done a very good job, and so is Andrew Luck and for the Colts, and Russell Wilson for the Seahawks. And what a coincidence it is! Like the top 3 rookie quarterbacks are all going to the wild card or in the playoffs. That's amazing. But and as far as who I think should get rookie of the year, it should be whoever goes first in the playoffs. That's a no-brainer. But they really did surprise me this year. Another team that surprised me was the Denver Broncos. They surprised it. But then again, when you got Peyton Manning as a quarterback, I mean, that guy's like he's like a coach on the field. So you can only, Peyton Manning's Peyton Manning. He's already an NFL legend, and if he was to bring a team to an NFL championship or even an AFC championship for his first year back, that would be amazing. That'd be another cement to his legacy. And now we go to the downside, teams that disappointed me this year. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Wow. I mean, like, this year was awful for them. I mean, sure, they finished it with an 8-8 record. They gave as much as they got. They didn't finish first in their division. As a matter of fact, they did, just as bad, they finished second to last in the division. They at least got ahead of the Browns, even though they lost to them the first time. But 4 of their games, they had no business losing. They had no business losing the home game to Baltimore. They had no business losing the first game to the Cleveland Browns. They damn sure had no business losing to the goddamn Oakland Raiders of all teams. The Raiders? Are you kidding me? And they finished, 3-13? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, they had no business losing to them. And yeah, another team, it amazes me how teams like the Seahawks made it, but teams like the Steelers and the Giants didn't make it. And the only reason why the Giants didn't make it this year is because the Browns ended up winning their last game. They ended up winning the last game for their division. So, that you can go heads or tails on that. But another team, the last team that disappointed me was the New Orleans Saints. And, Drew Brees is only playing like half of a Drew Brees, if you ask me. And they didn't have Sean Payton. So, it is what it is. You can take that situation any way you want to. Maybe they'll do better next year. But anyway, on to my wild card weekend and playoff predictions. Let's see what we got up first. Let's see, I'm going to do the AFC first. Now, we got the Cincinnati Bengals, who got the 6th seed, versus the Houston Texans. Now, this is a rematch from last year, and I say these teams mirror. It's like a mirror match. They match each other perfectly, on paper. But I say the only difference between the two is I think that the Texans have a little bit better of a running game and a little bit better of a passing game, while the Bengals' defense is a little bit better. Let's see. Yeah, Arian Foster to me is like the best running back in the league. To me, he's number one. Well, scratch that. In the AFC, he's number one. But Adrian Peterson is probably the best running back in the league. It's a tie between those two. Now, if you ask me who I think is going to win this game, like the Bengals are going into this the underdog, but we seen what happened last year. I'm going ahead and say that the Texans are going to win this game by at least 10 points. Now you got the game between the Baltimore Colts. Damn, they haven't been the Baltimore Colts since the 1980s. The Baltimore Ravens against the Indianapolis Colts. Now, Andrew Luck, he's a good quarterback. He has very good quarterback instincts and good quarterback IQ. But it's gonna take a lot more than that to get past the Ravens defense. They have one of the top three defenses in the NFL today. And on top of that, Ray Lewis is supposed to be coming. He's questionable for this game, but they say he'll definitely be back during the playoffs, no matter how far they make it. But I'd like to see that. But we'll see what in this game we're gonna see what Andrew Luck is made of. But I mean, against the offense like the Baltimore Ravens, the Baltimore Ravens have they damn sure do have a better running game than the Colts. So the receiving game is about the same. If not, then I'd give the slight edge to the Colts in having better receivers. But it's going to take a lot more than that to get through the Ravens defense. So all in all, I'll say the Ravens are going to win by 7 points or more. Now, moving on to the NFC title picture. A rematch between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Now, the Green Bay Packers, by losing a game, actually dropped a seed. And that was a little bit, awkward to me. I mean, but then again, the Colts, not the Colts, but the Minnesota Vikings wouldn't have won half the games they would have won if it wasn't for Adrian Peterson. And it's sad to think that he was only 8 yards away from breaking that season record. But oh well. But I say offensively, it's about even, but defensively, it's on a whole other level. Even though the Packers' defense has been a little bit slow, they've been known for having a legendary defense. With their defensive scheme and with they have some of the best linebackers in the NFL today. So. All in all, even though I like the underdog, but you gotta be smart about it. I'm picking the Green Bay Packers to win this game by 7 points or more. 6 points or more. That's just my thoughts. Now you got this game, the last game of Wild Card Weekend. The Seattle Seahawks versus the Washington Redskins. Now, as weird as this is, even though this is a home game for the Redskins are still the underdog in this game. Is that weird to anybody else? But Russell Wilson's done a good job with them, and Marshawn Lynch, he's probably like a top 5 running back in the league. We've seen what Marshawn Lynch can do for the Seattle Seahawks. He's what you would call a clutch running back. But RG3, he's playing just as well as a rookie could. I feel like he's gonna, we've already seen his true color. We've seen what he's made of. A 7-game, his team with a 7-game winning streak, and he's the future of quarterbacks. He's a dual threat quarterback who actually can do it right. He's an accurate passer, and he can make running plays when he wants to. The offensive coordinator for the Redskins have matched him up in the scheme perfectly, but this is probably going to be a tough game. I could be wrong, but don't quote me on this. This is just my prediction, but I believe that the Washington Redskins are going to beat the Seahawks by 3 points or more. But but then again, you got these top tier teams like the like the New England Patriots, and you got the San Francisco 49ers, and you got the Denver Broncos, who I think is probably the most dangerous team in the NFL. In these playoffs. But if you ask me, I think it's going to be, oh yeah, and you can't forget, I think this is the most, even though they had a good record, I think that the Atlanta Falcons are probably the most underrated top seed team in the league, or, in the playoffs. Now, if you ask me, my Super Bowl prediction, I think it's going to be either the Packers Patriots, or it's going to be Broncos Falcons. Remember, this is just prediction. I'm not saying I'm right, but you heard it here first. Y'all tell me what y'all think, what are your Super Bowl predictions, Wild Card Weekend predictions, and who you think should get the Rookie of the Year? Oh yeah, and who you think should be the MVP this year? I think it should be Peyton Manning over Adrian Peterson. Either one of them is fine. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm out. Peace.